Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Jim Paris with ReMax Island Realty. Welcome, Jim.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Well, we're thrilled to have you on the show. It's your first time joining us, and you know, Jim is a dear personal friend of mine as well, so I'm doubly thrilled to have him on the show today. But
Thank you.
For those of our viewers who haven't met you yet or aren't familiar with your background, it's very interesting and illustrious, your real estate career. So could you please fill us in?
Well, actually, I moved here. I actually came here to play in a rugby game in 1974.
Oh, wow.
And just never left.
Right.
Then in the 80s, I actually was a chef and a bartender and a server and all that sort of thing for the 70s. And then in the 80s, I went ahead and got into real estate and was a developer sales agent. And then in 1990, I decided to go ahead and go into general real estate. So I went to ReMax, which was just sort of coming out of the box then.
Yeah.
And did very well. I was one of the top 20 in the Carolinas. And then in '94, I went ahead and opened up Forest Beach Realty because I felt like it was the area where I lived and I felt like I was underserved.
Absolutely.
And then later I sold Forest Beach Realty to Coldwell Banker. And now I'm back at ReMax and very much enjoying it.
You kind of come full circle, right? Back where you began.
Full circle.
Well,
and
now, we talked off camera about the importance of technology, in the real estate world nowadays. And, you're on the cutting edge with that. And could you just tell our viewers a little bit about how you embrace technology and one of the advantages, with your particular website that you offer?
Well, actually, I have a hate-love relationship with technology.
Right.
But I did realize very earlier on, actually, I was the first company on Hilton Head to be on the World Wide Web with.
Oh, wow.
When Hargrave brought it out in 1994.
Sure.
But since then, I purchased HiltonHeadRealEstate.com, and I was not the first purchaser, unfortunately, because it certainly would have been a lot cheaper.
Right.
But it is a great website, and it's also very good for me because it is the only single agent website that is on the first page of every major search engine.
Absolutely. Well, and I think what that translates to as far as buyers and sellers is visibility. I mean, if you Google real estate on Hilton Head Real Estate comes up. So that gives them a very broad audience, whether they're buying or selling.
It absolutely does.
And now another thing that you mentioned earlier when we were talking was about the, a single property website. Could you explain what those are and let us know what the advantages of those as well?
A single property website just gives you the opportunity to put a lot more information onto that particular website that is about that particular property. For example, I just listed a house in a sprawling brick castle in Port Royal. That is on a 0.66 acre lot. It has a fabulous view, and it's an incredible house.
Yeah, we've got pictures scrolling behind you, and I mean, it's absolutely breathtaking. I can't believe that home.
It is a great house. And that has, for example, if you go on to HiltonHeadRealEstate.com and then you go into featured listings, when they pop up, you can click on that on 8 Royal Crest Drive, and it will give you a whole website that has a lot more information about the property.
Well, and so basically, and I know you personally are very accessible, and so you have that same accessibility for detailed information online as well for all of your clients.
That's correct.
Well, your contact information is on the screen. Jim, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you for having me.